Back in 2017, I worked for a mid-sized tech company. Nothing flashy, but solid pay and a solid team. I was a senior developer who had been with the company for over 5 years. My job wasn't just work, it was stability, identity, and the future I was building for my family. My boss, let's call him Craig, was one of those classic corporate types. Fake smile, expensive suits, and a firm handshake that somehow always felt like a threat. He didn't understand tech, but he understood money and power. For years, I helped scale their platform, fix broken systems, and even led a small team that created one of the company's most profitable internal tools. But here's where it all started going south. The company got acquired by a larger corporation. Restructuring began. Meetings started becoming tense. People were getting laid off quietly. And then one Thursday afternoon, Craig called me into his glass-walled office that I remember every second. "We appreciate your time here, but we're going in a different direction." That was it. Thank you for the years of loyalty. No notice. Just a severance package and a security escort out of the building within 15 minutes. Why? Turns out, Craig had taken credit for the tool I built. And to hide that, he laid off the one person who could prove otherwise. I was devastated that I had a mortgage, a wife, 2 little kids. I spent the next week just numb, sitting on the couch, staring at the ceiling, feeling like everything I'd built had been taken away. I questioned my worth, my skills, my future. But here's the thing about hitting rock bottom. It's solid. You can build from there. I decided, right then, that if Craig wanted to bury me, I'd make sure he was buried right beside me. I started planning. Not some petty revenge. I wanted justice, the kind that destroys reputations, bank accounts, and ego. First, I spent weeks rewriting the code I had developed for the company, from scratch. Improved, streamlined, patent-ready. Because while the company may have fired me, they couldn't own my mind. Then I started working with a lawyer friend to protect my version of the IP. Legally, I was clear. They never filed any patent. They had fired me before claiming any ownership. Their mistake. Next, I began reaching out quietly to former clients and contacts. I offered them a better version of the platform, direct support, and personalized service, all for a fraction of the price. Slowly but surely, contracts started switching over. Nothing big enough to raise alarms, but enough to poke holes in Craig's revenue. Then came the final blow point. One of the company's biggest clients, let's call them Titanware, was facing major issues because of a botched software update. And guess who had the original design that could fix it? I met with their CTO. Showed them my new product. Not only did they switch to my solution, they canceled their multi-million-dollar deal with Craig's company. Overnight, the company's valuation tanked. Investors pulled out. Craig was called into a board meeting and removed as CEO. He tried to fight it, of course. Claimed I had stolen his work. But I had timestamps, code repositories, and legal protection. He didn't stand a chance. His LinkedIn quietly changed a few weeks later. From CEO to looking for opportunities. As for me, I didn't just get even. I got ahead. I turned my startup into a full-scale SaaS company. Hired people Craig had fired. Built a brand around integrity and innovation. Within 2 years, we crossed 8 figures in revenue. Craig lost everything he built on my back. His job, his investors, his reputation. I ran into him at a tech conference last year. He looked smaller. Defeated. Tried to smile, but his eyes couldn't meet mine, and all I said to him was, "Thank you for firing me." It gave me the fire I needed. Sometimes, the people who betray you don't realize they're just handing you the match to burn their entire empire down. The best revenge isn't anger. It's excellence. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and let us know in the comments. What's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And if you want more true stories of betrayal, justice, and epic karma, don't forget to subscribe to Family Tree Tales.